Hi everyone, it's Andrew of AKS and we're here with our market update for July. So what we're doing, as for previous months, is we're looking at Derby as a whole and what's happened in terms of number of new properties on the market, number of sales that have been agreed, the total amount of properties that are on the market and how many price reductions there have been, and we're contrasting that with the same period last year, so July 18 in comparison to July 19, and we're looking at what the differences are. So for the first metric that we'll consider, it's number of new properties on the market. There was just a 1% reduction in new properties coming on, so more or less the same, not much to read into that. Sales agreed, a slight reduction, so 2% less sales agreed this year compared to last year. Compared to previous months this year, actually, that's not been too bad. I mean, I know that we've had a couple of months with sort of 5-6% less sales, so the fact we're only 2% down, there or thereabouts. Total number of properties available, there's actually 2% more property on the market than there was a year ago, so reasonably good amount of choice for people. But again, as in previous months, the thing that does jump out is it's the price reduction. So there's been 9% more price reductions this year as opposed to last year. What that really tells you, and it's certainly our experience, is that if you price a property well, you'll get good interest, you'll create competition, and you'll sell for a good price. If you put it on for too much, it's not the sort of market where you're going to get away with that, and it will just sit for longer than it should. Ultimately, you're probably then going to be in a situation where you'll need to reduce it, and you'll never get the price that you might have got if you got things right first time around. So it's so important to think carefully in what you're putting it on the market for, and make sure that you're sort of pitching it at the right level. So say 9% is a pretty chunky increase in those price reductions. As for ourselves here, we've actually had a really strong month. So on the back of June, which was a crazy busy month, slightly less for us, but significantly more than last year. For the 7 months of this year, we're actually double what we were the year previous. So we're very happy with how things are going. We've sort of noticed that there's probably a bit more negotiation that's going on in terms of pricing, where viewing numbers are still pretty strong. I think people are probably viewing a few more properties before making a decision, and often the initial offers as they come in are somewhat lower. But look, our job is to negotiate upwards, so a low offer doesn't have to be a negative. It's then just a case of sort of seeing what someone can increase to, really. Hope you found that useful. If you'd like any specific advice on your own property, just get in touch, message us through the page or give us a call. And yeah, we look forward to updating you with more information soon.